In this episode of 10 Best Ones, we are going to check out the top 5 best graphics cards in 2018. I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I tried to list them based on their price, quality, durability and more. If you want to see the price and find out more information about these graphics cards, you can check out the links down in the description and the comment section below. Okay, so, let's get started with the video. At number 5, we have the EVGA GeForce GT 730. The EVGA GeForce GT 730 4GB is an extremely affordable, low-end graphics card that would suit you really well, if you don't want to spend hundreds of dollars for having a proper graphics card that performs really well. This unit measures approximately 6.6 inches in length, 2 inches in width, and 4.38 inches in height, making it compact enough to be included in a variety of systems regardless of their size. When it comes to the interface, this unit comes with dual 128-bit DIVIS, a mini HDMI, and it is designed for the PCI Express 2.0 architecture, which basically means that it has high data transfer speeds on one side, while on the other, it also has a backward compatibility with the existing PCI Express motherboards, so your system will be fine in terms of support. Now, let's name its features and take a look at the specs. The EVGA GeForce GT 730 offers a full support for NVIDIA's PhysX technology, which will let you have an immersive gaming interaction, but let's not forget the adaptive vertical sync, which will always be there for you if your frame rates are low, since once it detects this scenario, the vertical sync will try its best to smoothen your gameplay by eliminating the stuttering and tearings. The same happens when the frame rates are high, so you shouldn't worry about anything. Moreover, this unit has an OpenGL 4.4 support, and packs yet two other technologies, such as the FXAA technology, and the PureVideo HD technology. The first one will provide you a quick anti-aliasing in numerous games, while the second will ensure that you will see well-defined visuals regardless if you're gaming or watching videos. For your information, most of the users claim that they had a satisfying gameplay on the games that were released several years ago, but except for gaming, you can use it for a video editing as well. However, don't expect miracles since we are still talking about an affordable, low-end graphics card. To conclude, the EVGA GeForce GT 730 is an affordable graphics card for casual gaming and video editing, so check it out and feel the benefits you will have in return. Moving on, at number 4, we have the MSI Radeon RX 570. The MSI Radeon RX 570 is yet another affordable, graphics card that packs better specs, performance and great overclocking capabilities in comparison with the previous model, so let's get quickly into action in order to find out what else can you expect from it. First of all, I'd like to say that this card looks and feels well made, and consists of a heatsink that is made of aluminum fins and copper heat tubes that are positioned below the Torx fans. Since I've mentioned the fans, I would like to inform you that they are running silently and intake more airflow, which is crucial in gaming, since the graphics card will be properly cooled, so you will have an enjoyable gaming experience. However, the MSI didn't stop here, they've also implemented the ZeroFrozer technology whose purpose is to effectively eliminate the fan noise by stopping the fans in low-load situations. In practice, if you're working with multimedia, or have a light gaming, it means that they will completely stop, since the temperature isn't that high, and will start spinning once you start benchmarking or having an intense gameplay. Moreover, this unit also employs 3 display ports, an HDMI and a digital video interface, has a 4GB of GDDR5 memory and uses the Crossfire multi-GPU technology, which will let you combine 2 AMD cards in a single computer if you want to furtherly improve the graphics performance. Another great thing about this unit is the fact that it is HDR compatible, which by default means that the visuals you'll be seeing are going to be surprisingly sharp and filled with vibrant colors, but let's not forget the FreeSync support, which is ideal for gaming, since we all know that this technology does an amazing job in delivering a lag-free gameplay. I would also like to add that most of the customers claim that they had an enjoyable gaming at 1080p, and they've achieved stable frame rates at GTA 5, Far Cry Primal, CSGO, and more, so I think that you will love it. Overall, the MSI Radeon RX 570 deserves your attention, so give it a try and assure yourself of its potential. Next up, at number 3, we have the EVGA GeForce GTX 1070 Ti SC. The EVGA GeForce GTX 1070 TSC Black is a powerful, graphics card that has received an enormous positive feedback from the gaming community on the market, mainly because of its strong performance and the dozens of features that will maximize your gaming experience since you can run smoothly a large number of games with a stable FPS rate. This particular model has an all-black, pretty straightforward design which is basically a two-slot board that houses ACX 3.0 coolers, a single 8-pin PCIe connector, an HDMI 2.0, DisplayPort 1.4, and dual-link DVI, and when we add its small size, it means that it will produce a less audacious cooling. On the edge, you can also find an illuminated logo that glows only in one, and surprisingly, you can't do much in order to change it, but either way, it adds some beauty. Moving on, this unit draws approximately 217 watts of power according to the manufacturer, so please keep in mind that you should have at least a 500 watt power supply in order to function properly, so please keep this information before you make an actual purchase. When it comes to the performance and the specs, I'd like you to know that this model has a memory of 8 GB, it is VR ready, and has many interesting features as I've mentioned earlier, including its ability to simulate separate viewports of the same, actual scene, and the PCI Express 3.0 bus architecture which offers fast data transfer speeds while maintaining a backward compatibility with the existing PCI Express motherboards. But that's not all. This graphics card has a refresh rate of up to 240 Hz and supports up to 4 monitors, so without a doubt, I can say that this unit will be a great addition in your gaming rig. Furthermore, those who've already purchased this card claim that they've experienced no FPS issues during their gameplay, but of course, everything depends on your system and on the settings you're playing. To conclude, if you're looking to upgrade your existing gaming setup with a powerful graphics card that will let you have a smooth, lag-free gameplay, then this is the one for you. Moving on, at number 2, we have the EVGA GeForce GTX 1080 Ti. The EVGA GeForce GTX 1080 Ti Founders Edition is not the most affordable graphics card that you can find on the market, but considering what you get in return, starting from its overclocking capabilities, and its exceptionally good performance, the price is fairly reasonable. Aesthetically speaking, this unit has mainly silver-finished body that is followed by dark accents, a single cooler that completely blends with the overall look of the graphics card and a glowing green lettering positioned on the side of the unit, so when you see it as a whole, it does look pretty good if you ask me. On the front, you can notice that this card has a variety of outputs, including 3 DisplayPort 1.4 outputs, and an HDMI 2.0B output, but you will also receive a DisplayPort to DVI-D adapter as a compensation since this unit lacks DVI. Now, let's talk about the cooling performance. This unit is cooled by a radial fan that uses the so-called chamber cooling technology, which is going to drastically improve the cooling in even the most thermally challenging environments, and users have also reported that the cooling process is fairly silent, so I expect that you will feel the same. When it comes to the performance and specs themselves, I'd like you to know that GTX 1080 Ti Founders Edition is G-Sync ready, supports simultaneous multi-projection, and since it is built upon the Pascal architecture, it means that you will likely receive a performance that is 3 times better the previous generation graphics cards. But that's not all. Gamers will also have an option to capture in-game shots and view them in 360 degrees, and capture HDR images that can be later sent to various smartphones, PCs and VR headset thanks to the Ansel technology. Before we end, I would also like to mention that you can expect to have consistent frame rates during your gameplay to the newest and the already released games, but keep in mind that on the highest possible settings, there will always be some games that won't reach 60 FPS, which is normal though. Overall, the GTX 1080 Ti Founders Edition is a must-have, and you will never regret if you ever decide to purchase it. And finally, at number 1, we have the EVGA GeForce RTX 2080 Ti XC. The EVGA GeForce RTX 2080 Ti XC would be an extremely good option for every professional and hardcore gamers who wants to invest in a graphics card that outputs truly fascinating gaming and video editing results. This particular model has a sleek dual-fan design that is followed by a single USB Type-C port, 3 DisplayPort 1.4 outputs, and 1 HDMI 2.0 port which are positioned on the front panel of the card. But what's also interesting is that this unit has an adjustable RGB LED that can glow in a variety of colors, and in order to control the lighting, all you have to do is to take an advantage of the EVGA Precision X1 software. Moving on, the RTX platform that this unit uses is excellent as well, due to the fact that it ensures a real-time ray tracing of objects and environments that will be filled with well-defined shadows, reflections and an overall quality illumination, which by default means that from now on, your games will look lifelike exactly as every gamer would want. For your information, this unit is SHLI ready as well, which basically means that with a compatible motherboard and a connecting bracket, you can pair 2 or more NVIDIA GPUs on the same model, and achieve even better results. Performance-wise, the RTX 2080 Ti XC supports DirectX 12 features, and comes preloaded with 11GB of GDDR6 memory that does deliver a massive upgrade to the memory bandwidth. In addition, thanks to its powerful specs, once you get this card, you will immediately notice the benefits of having stable FPS in 1440p, and most of the users claim that even in 4K resolution with everything set on the highest settings, their rigs achieved 60 FPS on dozens of games, which is yet another proof that says a lot about its mightiness. Finally, as it was the case with our previous model, this one also uses TH-Ansel technology, and the CUDA computing platform, so when we combine all of these things into one piece, it means that having this card is actually a lifetime investment. To conclude, the RTX 2080 Ti XC is worthy of considering, so check it out and see what makes it differ from the others on the market. Thanks for watching, I hope you liked this video. If this video was helpful to you, please remember to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this in the future, and if you have any questions related to these graphics cards, you can leave a comment down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can.